and we dragged it based on their behavior. We didn't get on here and just say, da da da. And there are certain things that did not get mentioned that could have, because we try to keep this a positive environment. And, and I just think that, like, if you can't do anything to keep an audience except slam and slander and insult and, cause other people pain, then you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You just
right.
You ain't got it.
If you have to try to destroy someone's life just for somebody else's entertainment, you ain't got it.
You ain't got it.
Every person in this room has the perfect motive.
Stand back!
For murder.
What do you mean? Murder.
But only one of these suspects is the murderer. Is it the timid Mr. Green?
Why are you screaming? Because I'm right out what? Screaming!
Or the militant Colonel Mustard?
If I was the killer, I would kill you next. Except
Mrs. White, who helped her husband on his way.
What's a matter of life after death? Now that he's dead, I have a life.
Miss Scarlet, who's helped many men along the way.
Practice makes perfect.
Professor Plum, who's looking for a way.
I'm looking.
Mrs. Peacock.
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, but I am determined to enjoy myself.
Or did the butler do it? Paramount Pictures invite you to an evening of mystery.
This is getting quite serious.
And madness. In the movie that makes a scene of the crime. Clue. It's not just a game anymore.
Audience, except slam.
Right. Is it cool right?
The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real.
What's up, everybody, and welcome. Let me lower the camera a little bit, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? I'm using my LED lights. Is the lighting cool for you guys, or do you guys want me to turn on the lamp light? Is it cool right now? it's late at night. Why turn on the big light? You know, just keep it low, keep it kind of intimate. I'm sitting on my bed, so you know, I just kind of wanted to share my side of things and share my story. Most of you already know, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting me in the chat and just giving me encouraging words, because a lot of you guys were there during this time. And I'm going to talk about October 2021 and everything that happened during that time. It was a very tough time, very challenging. It was something that could have destroyed not only just YouTube, but could have destroyed me personally. And I don't think people realize how bad it got. And so I was like, maybe I need to give people a refresher. And I usually don't like talking about shit that has happened in my life and stuff like that, because you guys come here for the fun, the funny and stuff like that. More lighthearted content from me, not the woe is me and sad and being miserable and stuff like that. Y'all don't really get that too much from AT2. So I want to make sure that I tried not to stay so long-winded. I just stick to the facts. And then after that, you know, if you guys want to come up and say anything, that's completely fine. I feel that some of you probably will leave the chat because I am mentioning names and I'm telling my truth, which is the truth, but I'm telling my truth. And so some people might not like it and some people might leave. It is what it is. Like I said, there is more than just one person that I was going to cut out my life. There's a lot of you that I will be cutting out my life just for me. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my members. Just the one love, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go ahead and get on with the story. Okay. So I remember back in October, I remember Stefanie had hit me up. Stefanie is aware that I'm going to tell this story. She was one of the only ones that I let know previously what I was going to talk. And she was like, AT2, I got to tell you something real bad. I got to tell you something. And so I'm all like, okay, what is it? And she was all like, I'm going to tell you what it is, but I want you to get on the phone with me and Bossy. And I was like, okay. You know, I'm like, you have to tell me, you know? And she was all like, said that you were watching CP. Now, the word C stands for child. Guess what the stands for? Yeah, it stands for that. And I was like, what? Huh? And she was like, can I three-way you in Boston? And I was like, yeah, that's... And so they three-way me. I'm right? I'm hearing them talk. But I'm trying to process what they just told me, because where the fuck would anybody get that from? And would you start a rumor like that? You know what I mean? I was honestly in shock. And so maybe they didn't like my response, because my response was, I was like, I'm going to go. And then I was gone. I was gone. So I was originally supposed to do a show with Shaka, Stefanie, and Bossy, and we were going to the Red Hot. For those of you who don't know who Red Hot is, Red Hot was a content creator who was lying about having cancer and stuff like that. At a GoFundMe, people donated to the GoFundMe and all that. And so we were going to expose that. So what ended up happening was that they went ahead and did it on their own. I backed out of it. So this was Thursday when I went with them. So that Friday, I had got from Sweet Pea Diaries, and Sweet Pea was mad at Bossy, and so she was like, "You know what Bossy told me? You know what she told me about you, and allegedly what happened?" And I was like, yes, I'm aware of what happened. I'm trying to see what I can do on my end to, rectify this, because basically he's telling me that dear Yvette started this horrible rumor about me, but it's hard for you to do anything if there's no proof. Like, no one had, like, she said it in a text message, or I have a recording of her saying it. Just basically going by her versus her word. So there's really nothing that I could do, but I was trying to see, like, well, shit, like there was nothing I could do until it came to the forefront. Which brings us to our next. So yes, message me and all that, right? That part is true. But nothing in there where I said, oh yeah, I knew about this. Oh, I don't care. We didn't even have voice communication for her to even know my tone or what my tone was about. Because shout out to Cups of Conversation, because she was one of the people that our communication to, because she did her own video, which, and I should have linked it in here. I am so sorry. I'll link it after the video, but she gave a breakdown of everything. So anyway, because in our communications, Sweet Pea is on my side. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe she would say something like that about you. I know it's not true, blah, blah, blah. And it's on my side. So Sweet Pea ends up going live day, right? And thank you guys for all the encouraging words. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to tell the story. So Sweet went live. And so on her channel, and I don't even know how we got there, but she brings me up. So Thursday they told me about it. Then Friday, Sweet Pea hit me up, which was just random. And then we moved to the following week. So it was the Friday after when we had vacation or whatever. And so Sweet Pea was live. She was going off because she was mad at Bossy and all this stuff, right? And she brings up the rumor, the whole CP gate and stuff like that, right? So I hopped on the channel because I'm all like, whoa, like, what the hell are you doing? It was just so much going through my head, because it's all like, why would you put that out there? First of all, it's not true. Secondly, you did it in spite of someone else because you were mad at them. So Sweet Pea used this as ammunition to go after Bossy. So, dear Yvette had hopped up there and she was like, what about some CP? Like, what's on and done and da-da-da-da-da? And Sweet Pea was not letting dear Yvette talk and no, this is not true. I never said this or anything like that. She's just going on and on, right? And they're arguing back and forth. So I hop up there and I was like, hey, dear Yvette, she said, like, this isn't true, right? Blah, 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 blah. And then Sweet Pea was all like, no, hey, it wasn't true. And I was all like, but she was trying to cut her off. And so I got frustrated and I just dropped out. Mind you, I had a whole interview set up with Sherelle. Same day. I had a whole interview set up with Sherelle, ready to go. We were going to talk about a whole list of stuff, but we didn't even get to all that. We had to change the whole interview and everything like that, right? After that, everybody got wind of this, and everyone started to go live about it. And the thing that I understand as we're content and you're gonna get the content no matter how bad it is. But the fact that people were reporting that's true, and nobody used their brain and be like, well, how did she see this? And dear Yvette use this as a tool to then say later, or how did because the story was like they seen me doing something, and then I was on my laptop, and then we were on FaceTime, and then we were and somebody got a recording. Mind you, there's no recording because it never fucking happened. And then also too, why would I ever tell somebody about watching? Like, who would do that? Who would do that? Who would? it's just like some people just don't use their fucking brain. They don't use their fucking brain at all. You know?
Not we are the world, yeah.
It went in this order. It went. Sweet Pea said it on her channel. Then she went live again and was like, "Well, I believe the rumor now. My Sweet Pea was on my channel. Was you know, we had a show together with Levon and like everything.
Don't you put my motherfucking son in
so
this.
well, and so for her to like turn on me like that, and especially. There was no basis, no merit. There was no video produced. There was no instance. She just ran with it. And I don't know why. She still, because the way she put it is like, oh, I just wanted to protect kids. But yet, you haven't been handling your responsibility and ended up in jail. So did you really care about your kids? Hey, I digress. Anyway. Moving on. I'm trying not to be mean. I'm really trying not to be mean. Hold on, y'all, because I'm getting agitated as I tell the story. And I thought I was past all this, but still traumatized by a lot of this. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still traumatized by a lot of this shit. Because these people showed me no fucking mercy, none at all. And I'm going to call people by their real names. I'm not going to use nicknames and stuff like that. So, you know, whatever. Like I said, y'all can still follow whoever you want to. I don't care. However, you know, if you're more closer to the veil, like you say, you're my friend, and you're these people after this, definitely we're not anymore. So I do want to clarify that. Anyway, moving on. So it went Sweet Pea. She went live again, talked about it, and said now she believed the rumor. Then, what's her name? Goddess Raven. Raven went live about it. Mind you, me and Raven used to be cool a long time ago, and so it was just weird for her comment on the whole situation. But I wish her the best in her future endeavors, you know. And then Brown, aka Yates, went live. And so when John Yates went live, that's when it really exploded, and we got to somebody sent me, you didn't have to do that, yo, I appreciate that. She said, I stand with AT. The Lord will uphold you with His victorious right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, we about the super chats. Because you know they're going to clown you now. We're going to talk about the super chats in a minute because that was another thing. So anyway. So when Cody Brown, a.k.a. John Yates, that's when she really hit the fan because it was and Monica on there. And they were all like, yeah, he was doing this. He was doing it to little boys. And like, they're making whole big story around it. And then they had no idea about it, which was a lie. Because Teresa, who now me and Teresa are cool, but Teresa had said something on Unity or on her IG like Tuesday, and somebody sent it her, but like on a Tuesday before this all went down, that said, "Oh, keep him away from your children." So basically, and we're gonna get to, there's a lot of players in this whole rumor and everything. So Cups, I was just talking about you. So, you know, they went live, just trash me, and it's from all about the tea, that trash ass channel in person or whatever, you know, or whatever. And Yates, right? So they were all like, yeah, and we don't want to throw this person under the bus that, you know, came from. but it was, so basically they were throwing Dear Yvette. They were like, yeah, Dear Yvette is the one that said it. So they bring Heidi up there, Heidi Black up there, right? It was all like, yeah, oh yeah, I knew about it. Yeah, I knew about it, and it did come from this person. So basically, Heidi confirmed everything, that it came from Dear Yvette. She had heard about it. But now, what I want to do is take you guys on a little flashback. So me and Heidi got into something, like, I want to say June, right? And I remember in her video, this is around June of 2021. I remember she said something in her video like, "Oh yeah, and AT2 want me to talk about the video, or release the talk about the video, or release the video that about." And at the time, I was like, "What video is she talking about?" So now we're under. So now when she said yes, she heard about the rumor, that I was all like, oh, is that why? Like all these people knew about it, and so basically they're gonna use this lie about CP, and then when I pissed off somebody, whoever it was, whoever I pissed off, they're gonna drop it and use it as ammunition to go after me. So these people all knew about this whole lie for months and months. And I didn't know about it until October. I don't even know what, but it was October something. And that's when I knew about it. Because there was to it. So it wasn't like I was hiding. I'm all like, oh my God, she exposed something. No, Dear Yvette didn't expose shit. This was used as blackmail. So I'm like scratching my head, and I did call Yvette, like, yo, you need to clear this shit up. Like, what's going on? She's like, I never said no CP. I didn't say anything about that, And so I'm all like, okay, well, you need to clear this up right now. So I get a call from Sherelle and stuff like that, right? And we talked, and she was all like, I'm still gonna do the interview, She was like, AT2, she was all like, I know they're trying to lie and they're to attack you. I'm still going to do the interview. So I want to say this right now. Shout out to the whole world crew, Sherelle, Perry, everybody, because they held me down, and they were all like, yo, we're going to still interview, because they could have easily said like, oh, your name is tarnished. Let me back away, let me back away from you. Your name is tarnished. Like, we're going to completely back away from you, not, deal with anything, but they stuck beside me. So, whether or not Sherelle and Perry be with the folk shit, because right now they fighting Michael, it's a little entertaining. I ain't gonna lie, it's entertaining as hell. I like their little beef, but they solid people with me no matter what. So I always say that, Shout out to everybody coming in the room. I just can't read the chat right now because I don't want to get sidetracked. But thank you. Anyway, so we move on to following day. There was a whole bunch of other shit and stuff like that, but we'll just move on to the following day. After that, or no. Let's not go to the following day, because the following day I did a response video to and totally down all these rumors. We go to the night of. One's still going live about it. And so basically what I noticed, and I want to say shout out everybody that has been rocking with AT2 since that time and has never left. Shout out to all of you. Because I think public perception was like, I think when first heard it, they're all like, what? Like, huh? We're gonna, they were kind of like, what? Like, he did this? Like, what? And if somebody is a predator, you wouldn't support them. But the story got so convoluted that night progressed. People blaming each other. Thank you, Priscilla. I appreciate that. People were blaming each other for like, well, no, I didn't start it. She said it. No, she said it. No, I didn't say that. I said this. And so they all fighting with each other. So luckily, it kind of turned the public's perception, and they were like, yo, this just seems so far-fetched, and this just seemed like bullshit, and no one wanted to take accountability for like, yes, I started the rumor. They all blamed each other. So a lot of those friendships are no longer there because that rumor was the catalyst of their friendship breaking up. So appreciate that, Kay. So no, don't cry. Do not cry. You're gonna make me cry. Told myself I wasn't crying. Okay. Hold on. Let me drink my damn root beer float so I don't cry. Food make me happy, y'all. So the next day I was all like, okay, let me get my big boy drawing on and let me face the people and make a statement, you know. So I had to tell my side story. And basically, y'all, this is where the rumor came from. I don't have the email anymore. It's deleted. There was a spam email going on in the beginning of 2021 saying like, oh, we know what kind of corn you be looking at, and in the email crazy because it says adult corn. Now replace that C with a P and you know what the word is, but it said adult corn. It said nothing about CP or anything, but it was a fake email. Everybody was getting those emails. So how did the email get to Dear Yvette and then she was able to spin it or whatnot, allegedly? Or alleged. She's the catalyst of the rumor. Let's just put that out there. She's the catalyst of the rumor and everything. Like, no matter if she said it differently or kind of way, she's the catalyst of the rumor. Boom. So in 2021, I was being, and then also there are people signing me up on like corn sites and stuff like that, right? And so Dear Yvette had came to me and she was all like, remember, she was supposed to be a cop, right? She was supposed to be a cop, so thank you, Miss Wanda. Supposed to be a cop, so I trusted her. So I was like, hey, I don't know who's doxing me, but I got this weird email said like they're gonna release porn that I watch. First of all, I don't even watch that on my laptop. Tell you, I know this is TMI, but I don't even have my laptop. So it's like, oh, okay, like what were you gonna do, anything like that? And then if I was watching corn, why would that? It said adult corn. Nothing about CP or anything. So why would that matter if they did expose that anyway? But I was just all like, maybe this connected to this, whatever. So, a month goes by and she was like, hey, you know that, this is Dear Yvette to me. She was like, hey, you know that email that you got? She was like, oh, it was some kind of stupid email, don't even worry, blah, blah, blah. And so cool. We left it at that. I didn't know that she done took that email that I got and turned it into this whole was scared and I was nervous and I didn't want to get caught. She told this story, this email controversy. And like, and this is her reasoning for doing it. So she says her reasoning for doing this was because he was upset that I said something about her mother, which I did. I made a post, and I didn't mention a name, but I made a post. There was a friend that is going through something, and they have an addiction, and they're going through something. What I was referring to, yes, I was referring to Yvette, but I was referring to her in general because let's go ahead and put this out here. Yvette drinks her liquor. She gets online, slurs her words. She has an issue with alcohol. Let's just put it out there. Let's stop pretending. Everyone calls her the drunk lady and this and that. She has an issue with alcohol. And so that's what I was referencing. I was referencing her addiction with alcohol. Now her mother suffered addiction. So inherently, they say if you're from addiction, but I didn't even make that correlate thing. And I'm not, telling her business or anything like that. She knows this. She knows this, but she said this before. She has said this before. Like, this is nothing that I'm exposing or any of that. Now, whether she admits to being an alcoholic, doesn't admit it to that. Hopefully one day she goes and gets the help that she needs and cheats that disease, because she does have a disease. It's bad. It's very bad. So anyway, and so I said that she took that information as I was talking about her mom, which again I was not, and so she felt that she needed to get, and so she used that email as her revenge plot. But if you look at that email, it was a spam email. It was nothing. So that night I did my live. I cried and everything like that, and I got through it. Now, what I didn't expect, and I never did an update on this, what I didn't expect was that John Yates, people, John Yates and the Hags. So I was getting from both sides. I was getting people, and I was getting it from the black people. So the Cooter Brown rehab community, Cooter Brown racist rehab community, because let me call them by their real name, Brown racist community, rehab, the Brown racist rehab community were attacking me, multiple videos on me. And then you had the Bulletin creators, you had Sweet, and then Sweet Pea got her friends and partnered with all these trees and Sean Davy Way to try to take me down. We're pushing this narrative with the false allegation, the false rumor of me. They were pushing this. They were constantly pushing it. You don't know how many I would get my from both sides saying, "You're a predator. You're a predator. You're a predator." They really. It's amazing. And mind you, this is not something that they turned a new leaf or any of that they still do it. And this makes sense why King of Dirty Necks is now using this. And we'll get into him because he really has nothing to do with this. But we'll get into him a little bit later. But there's still people today that will still do. And then, granted, if I have a falling out with a YouTuber, they'll be like, I supported you when those people made those rumors about you. And like, people will hold it over my head to then say like, you better not turn on me or you're going to lose my support. It's so weird and convoluted. Like, why would you use a false rumor about me to then attack me, Because this is going to go back into the live I did where, I came out, made a statement and let everybody know, like, this is false. This was a lie, So that day, people had super chatted. And I was getting, a lot of chats, cash apps and stuff like that. And Hood Life, shout out to Hood Life. 200 in the cash app. She was like, AT2, whatever you need, you do whatever you want to with it. Because I was like, okay, I need to look at taking legal action. What can I do? I need to look into possibly using other resources, trying to get in contact with YouTube. Mind you, YouTube don't give a damn. Just give you guys a spoiler alert. YouTube don't give a damn. And then third, like, you know, people just wanted to support either way, right? So you like send me 200, and then she sent me $199.99. Sent me a $99.99, and then that kind of just started the money rolling in. So people always say like, oh yeah, we started a rumor. You know, we might have started the rumor about you, but look at all that money you got. Money that I got equated to like $700. It wasn't like thousands and thousands of dollars. So a lot of people say like, oh, well, AT2, you got all those super chats because of that rumor. So why do you care now? Like almost like the money, I should shut the fuck up. That's basically what they're saying. Because you got all that money, 700, because you got $700, you should shut the F up and not say anything. That's basically what they wanted me to do. Is just shut up because you got money, so you crying about. You know, that was their theory. That is crazy. That is fucking loony to me. You can call someone a child predator and think it's okay just because they got some money or whatever. And granted, thank you for this. I'm not saying like, oh, I didn't want the money like that. But I'd rather that rumor had not there than to even have to. You know what I mean? And then another thing, you sent me $5 or $10 saying like I gave you money here. Get the fuck out of here! Because what lawyer am I getting with $5 or $10? Like, listen, let's speak clear about that. I ain't getting no damn lawyer with $5 or $10, but I appreciate it. But people would play that game too because they're like, why didn't you get a lawyer? Why didn't you get this? So I'll tell you guys what I did. So I did talk to the police. They let me know that it's kind of like an internet thing. So what I have to do is, you know, fill out the information on the FBI and stuff like that, right? I hate to say it, but the FBI website doesn't work either. And then, you know, you can do a police report. That's when I had to look for people ads and stuff and that. And you know, and you can't do one for all YouTubers. You have to do multiple, and it was very possible. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can sue. But it's all like, who do you? What do you guys call when you do like it's not called a study, but when you look up people's information and see how much money they have, like what kind of assets you do before you sue them. What is that called, you guys? Let me see if y'all can catch up. What is it called, y'all? When you want to sue somebody, but you see what kind of assets and stuff they have. Stalking. Stefanie, you in here? Come on now, Stefanie. Help. Thank you for the 50, but help a brother out. It's called damn it! What is it called, y'all? Okay. Whatever it's called, you check people assets and stuff. Asset evaluation. There's another word for it. Okay. There's another word. It's something so simple too. I'm gonna think of the show, and it's gonna drive me crazy that I didn't think about it. Asset appraisal. No, I don't think it's that. But thank you though. I don't think it's that either. Okay. Anyway, so you look up how many, what kind of assets people have. So we're looking at Cuda Brown. We're looking at All About the Tea Monica, aka the Avatar. Discovery. Ding 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 ding. I think that's what it was. And then we have Dear Yvette, who started the rumor, and then we have Sleepy. We have Trees. You know, I guess we could throw Heidi up in there. Who else could I throw? Sean. it was weird because I had did a video on the situation and about me, but video he told people that they should apologize because, you know, this seems like it was a lie and deserved this. But then he totally backtracked and he wasn't one of the people that I was looking to. So when I contacted a lawyer and stuff like that. Oh, let me go back to what I was going to initially say. The reason why we were trying to look up what they have and stuff like that. The only person who actually owned their home is dear Yvette. So that's the only person that I could possibly actually sue. And, you know, but it's a lot more to it to try to basically, why sue somebody if you have money? It was going to be to retain a lawyer. It was going to be between $3,000 to $5,000, right? And then for them to try to get in touch with YouTube to try to take people's videos and stuff like that, that was going to be $5,000 to like $10,000 to $15,000 on top of that. And then this is not even the whole court process of trying to sue the individual and all this stuff. It was a lot to it, and it was money that I did not have. Could I have possibly reached out to my parents and told them what happened and what I need to do? Yes. But what they told me was that I told your ass to stay off that internet. Why do you want to be a YouTuber? So I didn't have anyone to basically I didn't have those supports at the time to do it. I needed to do, and something that didn't it wasn't constant, and the people that you're dealing with are people that didn't have a mom in their life. And they're just gonna put it out here, and I'm just gonna say what it is. I'm just gonna say it. The people who didn't have a mom and dad in their life, from a two-parent household, they never probably even been outside of their city. They were used to living in low-income housing, or the which, by the way, I want you to section a different story. People that wanted to, there are people who felt that, YouTube is going to be my last chance at stardom. So the kind of people that I'm with are not the kind of people that I was raised or used to being around. So they hear word lawsuit or hell, even a cease and desist. They don't care about that shit. They ain't got nothing to have anything to lose. Not care. So suing somebody that don't have shit, you're not going to get shit, and you're spending a lot of money. And here's the thing too. I would know that it hurt me, as far as reputation or financially or anything. I actually gained subs due to that whole situation. So it didn't hurt me. So it's a lot more than what people, So anyway, so we had the Cuda Brown, and then Cuda Brown had actually, he would basically, him and his people would be, Predator and stuff like that. But he kind of left. But he would still, his disciples, or AKA his hags, still go after me. But him stop because he got backlash. But it was still Sweet Pea Tree going after me and stuff like that, right? Then Sweet Pea kind of leaned off of it, because then all of a sudden Sean and Trees against her, and so then they started going after her, and so a lot of people, they always wanted my thoughts and opinions on things. I don't have any thoughts and opinions, because I feel that karma, what she's getting. You gotta remember, with Trees and Sean to go after me, So now they're turned on you. I'm sorry, y'all. No, actually, I'm not sorry. No, fuck y'all. I ain't sorry. Oh well. Like, I don't know what you say. You know, oh well, you know. I don't wish, harm on you. That ain't my fight. These are the same people that you was working with to try to take me down. Mind you, and it was dear Yvette me. They were trying to pay her and pay other people to try to do interviews and stuff like that. Basically, come up and say that I was a predator and try to take down my name. Like it, like it was crazy. And so then you have the Cooter Brown community saying that they had an alleged family member that was going to testify against me. Let me tell you something. That was definitely a lie. So John and them, they were lying because none of my family members want to be YouTubers. So they never had a family member that they were going to view or anything like that. So you got both sides. One trying to pay people to pretend to be a victim and and have people go up there and try to slander me. And then you have this other group saying they had a fake family. These are crazy. They are wild. And mind you, at this time, I'm still a new YouTuber, so this shit I'm not used to. Now, if this today, and this time, I would handle it a lot differently. And I didn't understand how nasty people could get. I didn't understand how nasty people could really get. And so now knowing how people get down, I'm a little bit more, how do I say? I'm prepared how people get down. And this is why I say I don't want no YouTube friends. I don't want no more YouTube friends. I just want I want YouTube acquaintances. We can be acquaintances, but friends, nah, no friends. No friends at all. Because they'll turn on you and they'll do you dirty. And I had a lot of people turn on me that hurt me, and I'm going to give a few examples. Tenaki. Tenaki was the one that told me about it, and I say thank you to her for letting me. This was something that was going on. Thank you. Like say enough. But I felt like when things were getting hot, she kind of backed away, and then she would go on different panels and say like, oh yeah, there's certain thing. And one thing that she did say that hurt me, because I had said like, oh well, didn't you just ask me for it? I put her on blast, and I was like, you asked me for an interview, and she went on someone's channel, and then I didn't really for an interview because I have children. I would never want him around my children. And when she said that completely destroyed me, because first of all, I was like, I ain't gonna be around your kids. Like, what you mean? And then secondly, because I was like, wow, that's how you really feel. Hood Life was another person that I had a falling out with, and this was after she gave me the money. This is the crazy part, right? She had said that she was one of the people that said that I had stole her money and the money that she gave me, and why didn't I get a lawyer? And so she got on this trend, and she had actually said something all like, well, yeah, you talking about my child. Oh, Cups, remember, because Cups had mentioned something like, how are you friends with this lady? You talking about trees. How are you friends with this lady? And she called your child the R word. And so instead of Hood Life getting mad at Cups, she got mad at me and said that I was victiming her child, and it was horrible. Oh God! Now that I'm remembering all this shit, it's hard for me to say, because I said I let it go, and then but I really didn't let it go. Now, oh God. Okay. So anyway. people that turned against me and then used this whole rumor against me. Mind you, this went from October 2021 till now. This is still going on. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, that happened, a year ago. Let it go. Didn't you get all that money?" If people are still saying it today, then it has to be addressed. One thing I mentioned, going Sleepy, I did want to mention on her channel. She said something about he even had a video where he did a TikTok and he mocked the allegations against him, and I was all like, "What?" I was all like, "That's not true." So I had to refresh my memory, right? So they were trying to gather evidence. And so what Sweet Pea found was a video that I did a year before this whole situation went down. And it was TikTok where I know that song from 500 miles, 600 minutes or whatever. And basically I did how, so it was an inside joke. It was funny, and then they did that a year ago. Try to use that against me. It was like, see, I told you. So that's the story. I didn't. So there was never a rumor, and then I decided to joke about the rumor. That is completely false. They try to dig up information, but the reason why they weren't able to find is because there was nothing. So these people are pushing these rumors and everything like that, and there is nothing. You have to. They're pushing these rumors, and there's nothing there. And these people don't have any remorse. That's the crazy part. They have no remorse, none at all. As far as Heidi, do I forgive Heidi? No, but I don't wish any ill will towards her. I just wish that because what was told to me was that she knew about this rumor back in April or May. But mind you, we were still friends until June. So you knew this, but then we're going to use it against me once we fell out. I can never respect that. But like I said, I wish any ill will at all. Put around, do I? So after the situation went down, we had a phone conversation. It seemed that it was going to turn in a positive way. See, I got to stop forgiving people. I have to stop forgiving people because I tried, and then didn't work. It just didn't work. You know what I mean? It just didn't work. I don't even want to get into all that situation that happened because then I talk about all the people and y'all don't give a damn about them. As far as him, do I wish him the best of luck? No, absolutely not. He can still burn in hell. It's still F you very much from as long as you stay on your side of the trailer park, and I'm gonna stay over here in the suburbs. I'm gonna stay in the suburbs, and you stay over there in the trailer. Have fun over there. That's all I gotta say about him. So, we move on to a year from now. Year and a few months. So, someone lets me know that King Payne was talking about me, right? And he was basically spreading this rumor again. And I'm so crazy because me and him, we never had a problem. We never had an issue. I was actually going to interview him when he was on his reality show, the one for free. And we said that he gets beat up on every season of the show. I don't know, but I guess he get his ass whooped every season. I was going to interview him, right? Because we never had, but he been in my chat, I've been in his chat and stuff like that. So it was crazy to see that he was bringing up this lying and trying to spread this misinformation. Yes, dirty dreads. Yeah, that one that sells hair products mixed with water and only 5% of laundry detergent. That one. And then, I don't think Jack understands the reason don't want anything to do with. That is the reason. Because if you're calling me a predator and it's not true, never had any issues, and then secondly, why are you even bringing this up? Because what King of Dirty Neck does is that he tried to defend his friends. So basically, because Sean doesn't like me, Sean Shark Boy Davy Way, because he doesn't like me, I'm going to attack you, AT2. That's his thought process. Just like the reason why King was attacking Storm, well, still is attacking Storm and attacking Tasha K. The reason why them is because Armand didn't like them, and so he was attacking them. So basically, what Kingpin does, he sticks with he goes after the enemy's friends instead of trying to build relationships and stuff like that. You got to remember, this man has been on YouTube for at least 10 years, and all his friends have surpassed him. Everyone has surpassed him. What he does on to people, and so what he's doing, he's on to Tasha K. He's clinging on to Jaguar because he'll do anything to get that success or that pop, right? So he's trying anything to make it. So why not just slander everybody that my friends hate, and then. But obviously that didn't work out for him because Armand dropped him like a bad habit. I heard something like Armand went off on him or something like that. I haven't watched it, so I don't care, you know? Oh, we all know that. I think King of Dirty Shark Boy Davy Way want to have a menage a trois with Storm, but you didn't hear. You didn't hear from me, but I think they want to, because we still don't know, like, they don't like each other, right? Let me kind of backtrack a little bit because I didn't talk about this point. So back to Trees and Sean. They never really had an issue with me, but they created an issue. So the reason why Sean and Trees don't like me, they'll make up some other reason. I really don't care. Respond back to it once I make the statement. That's it. So the reason they like me is because do you guys remember Sparkle Alley? Not Sparkle. I think I seen Sparkle in the chat. Not that Sparkle. Sparkle Alley, aka Sunny T. So because I was cool with Sunny TV, aka Sparkle Alley, they did not like me. They thought there was a situation where Sparkle Alley was talking about these. And so Trees was mad at me because I guess I had Sparkle on my channel and she was talking about her. Mind you, we didn't name. I didn't even know the backstory or whatever, right? And Sean thought that me and Sunny, aka Sparkle TV, Allie's whatever her damn is, was talking about him, but she was talking about Trees, and so he didn't like me. And it was so convoluted and so weird. Like, you don't like me because I'm friends with this person, but this person has been nothing but cool. Listen, I don't care what happened with the whole Queen Naja situation. Mind you, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know what a Sparkle Alley was. I just thought she was cool. She would show me love, you know, hey, blah, blah, blah. You know, I just thought she was I didn't know all this history, everything going on. And I didn't know that. So... Honestly, I don't care because she didn't do it to me. And so the whole Queen Naja situation, that's why people don't like her. She's cool with me. I only know only one Queen Naja song. So shit, I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm just being honest. She sing that "Loving Me Tight." Oh no, that's her. Never mind. That's not Queen Naja. Never mind. person, wrong song. Sorry. But yeah, whatever issue they had, nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with me. And so they didn't like that. And CP gathered them over there to attack me. They was all down for it. They was like, we don't owe AT2 shit. He been talking about me over there. Blah blah blah. They didn't care. They went after me. They did not care. After me. So yeah, since that point, it's been up and it's stuck with them because I have nothing I want to say to them. We never had a friendship to have a falling out, so there is nothing. But this is how they kind of work, though. This is the way trees and Dookie way. This is how they work. They want you to go on their panel and basically beg and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that, I ever talked about you guys. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. They want me to go on their channel them for forgiveness or something. Go suck your mother, because I ain't begging for no forgiveness, especially if I didn't do it. They wanted me to crawl to them, basically beg, and then we could be cool after that. Well, not friends, but they would leave me alone after that. I'm not begging anybody to be their friend, or I'm not crawling to anybody. No, fuck that. Grown. I don't need you. They crawl and beg and go up, and they would drop links and stuff like. No, I'm not going up there. What's the point of going up there? I'm gonna go up there. You're gonna mute me because I'm gonna be honest. If I was ever to have a conversation with them, it's gonna be a lot of cuss words, and it's not gonna be anything that I can't have a civil conversation with them. With those two, I cannot have a civil conversation. It will never. Because the first words out of my mouth is gonna be some bombs and B words and C words, G words, T words. All the letters with cuss words in it is gonna be all those guys. A B C D D F. Words said. There's not gonna be anything nice that I ever have to say to them. So I stay over here in my lane. And they stay in their lane. Don't cross paths. We don't cross paths. There's no reason to. So I want to go ahead and to dear Yvette. So last summer when we made up, right. So last summer, we made up. I did my show Care, right. We made up. We were. I think for me, I needed to give her forgiveness so she could move on. This is some deep shit right here. Y'all ain't even listening right now. I needed to forgive her so she could move on. So me soaking up my pride and forgiving her so she could move on was the right thing for me to at that time. And that's what I did. Did it work? I would say it did work to a certain point. Excuse me. I think for me, I was just content, not any a couple of things. I could show people like, yeah, this started a rumor about me, but look at us, we're good now. So, haha, in your face. And then secondly, I thought also too as well, I could have someone on my side whenever attack me, she would step in and be like, hey, don't be spreading that false rumor. Like, don't do that. She would stand up for me, And the way Yvette had put it a couple of days ago, she had said like, "Oh, well, I can go wherever I want, and you have friends that I don't like, and blah blah blah." It's not about having friends or anything like that. You can't be in chat or supporting people that are calling me a predator when you were the one that started. There's that you started the rumor supporting these people who are spreading that misinformation. That is the problem, right? And so she's not getting it, but it's not that she doesn't get it. She doesn't want to understand because she doesn't care and she's selfish. That's it at the end of the day. She's selfish and she just doesn't give a damn. I've explained it every kind of way to her. She doesn't want to get it. Because let's be honest, let's put something out there, because she tried to use that whole, you have people that I don't like. She was friends with John. She was friends with Maria. She was friends with the Brooke lady, the 90 Day on Blue. That's her channel. She was friends with a lot of people that were saying that CP thing, and I was still okay. I can't say I was good. I was still okay. You know, but the broke back was that she was in King of Dirty Neck channel, and she's a member, and she was in his chat. Told you, hey, this guy is saying this. Now she claims I did anything like that. I should have sent a text message as well. I told her on the phone. I did tell her, on the phone. I should have put in a text message so then I would have that proof. But I did tell her about that. And so you supporting this man, and you were the one that started this rumor, and you're supporting him. How do you not see the issues? So that was the final. So before then, I was already on edge with her because I told her to look at Sweet Pea's video, because I was all like, "Yo, did you see anything wrong with this?" And she was like, "Oh, well, the troll asked about something. That's why." No, that wasn't a troll. That person asked a legitimate question, like, "Look at what you did at AT2," because we draw parallels, you know. We draw parallels. That's what the comment was saying. Person in the chat. That's what they were saying. They weren't trying to cause issues. They were like, "Well, didn't you do the same thing to AT2? Like you went after him and stuff like that." And so when you build upon, I don't know how people don't see the correlations or the things between the situations like that. But that's beyond whatever. You know. So I was already with that, and then when I seen her supporting King, I was like, yo, nah, I'm gonna use that. Well, I'm a subscriber to everybody. No, you're a little bit closer to the situation than everybody else. If it was Princess in this chat, I wouldn't care, because Princess doesn't owe me anything. Shout out to Princess, by the way, but she doesn't owe me anything. But you owe me something. You know, you owe me something, you know. I had to put that comment up real quick. But you own me something, especially you was the one that started this rumor. You own that. Like, everybody else can say no or oh, this and that, but you owe me at least. Put your foot down and be like, "No, this ain't cool. I ain't taking this. Don't say that." Like, there's just so much that. So like, "Oh, you're on this for so let me know." When her and Sweet Pea squashed their thing, she probably just said like, "Hey, just don't mention, but you can go ahead and say that little rumor or whatever, but just don't mention that I was the one that said it." It lets me know, just like her conversation with Cooter Brown and all that stuff, that lets me know that she was talking to John Yates, all like, "Hey, just don't say I rumor, but it's okay. Take it." You know, it lets me know that she was in there for self, not out there. And maybe she didn't owe it to me, but I think at least you a little bit to check people when they said that. You know, she wants to play the stupid games like, "Oh, well, I can't control what other people say." You rumor. Like, yes, you can. That's the crazy part to me. She want to say, "Oh, I had nothing to do with it." No, you the whole reason for it. That's the crazy part. She want to say, "I have nothing to do with it." Oh, I don't know. Lady, I don't know if you've been talking to Jack Daniels, Crown Royal, or Smirnoff. But whatever bottle you done picked up and started drinking, you need to put it down, because there is no way in hell you're gonna say you do with it. You are it. You are the reason. You know, you the reason for the season. Damn it. You are the reason for the season. So these people are playing dumb. They're playing in my face. And I just have to be there like, okay, I guess, you know, just so I hope, you know, I hope I have my back. But obviously I learned, no, I was never going to have your back. It was all about self. I don't give a damn about anything that happened to you. It is what it is. Like I said, whenever, you know, people get called out for rumor, they were like, well, he got money, right? Why is he mad? Why is he mad? He got money, didn't he? So we take all this stuff, right? So I already fast forward to now. At the time, I had 1,000 subscribers. This was back in October 2021, and so then last year is when I hit my 10K, and then I hit 20K, and we kind of stalled a little bit, but we're on our way to, we're on our way to 30K shortly, but it's just amazing how much my channel has grown and how many people that I've been able to touch and reach, and I just can't do enough. Like, y'all really have held me down, and so this was very therapeutic for me. I didn't hear anything like that. I was able to get through this and say what I had to say. There's probably some key points and stuff like that, but I think for the most part I got everything. But I'm just happy that, you know, no matter what they did to me, I was able to persevere. And I think that's the most important message that I want to give you guys, is that I was able to persevere after all that. No matter how much they try to bring me down, it's still not working. You know, this isn't something like, I wanted to tell this story because they're beating me into submission. I think everybody had different versions of the story, and I think some are confused. Like, how come you don't like this person? How come you person? And this is kind of like my open letter to you guys. This is why I don't like certain people. You know, like I say, or who you want to. I don't care. I'm not gonna hate you, but I just don't support certain people. It is what it is, you know. And I think I wanted now, and then fine. This is my way of letting everybody know at one time. This is why I don't F with certain people, and it is what it is. Sunkiss up here. What's up, Sunkiss? How you doing?
Good. How are you, AT?
Good. What's up?
I'm being such a wimp right now. Okay, I have to be.
I know you were crying. No. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Listen. I've been all over the place. Okay, listen. Okay, look.
Take your time.
Okay, part of this is like, okay, hold on. This is It's triggering. It's not. It's triggering. Not because of me. Okay, yes, but okay, hold on. I gotta come back. Hold on.
Okay.
Because this has been done to me. Hold on. My heart bleeds for you. I am such a wimp. Anybody that knows me.
No.
That's why I have to take breaks because of what, and I'm only mentioning her name. I don't like to disrespect people's channels if I can remember, but I'm mentioning her name because you mentioned it. But what Sherelle has gone through, A lot of times I'll be weeping for her, but she never knows. Because I see and Sherelle is a sweetheart, but I had to take a break from my channel, and it's been dormant for a long time because YouTube not for me because it is a beast on steroids. But also not even just for that, but just personal life. I'll say this much. Because you've gone through, I just want you to know that I see you, that I hear you. I'm so sorry. And then I'm really not, it's about me. I just want you to know that I hear you, I see you, and I taste your words.
Thank you.
On so many levels, this is out of bounds.
Yeah. Sunkiss, is this your first time hearing the story?
First time when I tell you that I am very selective as to who I follow because of where YouTube is, and I'm too empathic. I take on when I tell I've never had kids, but I have to be very, very careful around because like my therapist said, I'm taking on people way too much.
Right.
So I have to be very careful. And the people that I had in my life that was supposed to have been my friends of like 20 some years or more, that if I told you what I've gone through with narcissistic people, you would laugh and say, no, she's just trying to pitch a movie. She's just trying to write, or she's just trying to get some attention. So I don't mention certain things on purpose because people will think that I'm lying, honestly. So when I say that I had to remove myself, I have moved so far into the thickets of the woods I have to like Google my way to the nearest gas station, literally. Because this is how bad people are. So when I see people like you and Sherelle and different ones, when I say I see me, take it. I take it to that's why I say I salute your parents when I see people like you. And so
I appreciate it when you said that. That's
welcome. And it enrages me. A lot of this is pain and hurt, but it just enrages me because it is so unfair that people like you get the way that you were created to love, because people like you have to scale back and water down their love because of people like them. So I say to
true.
Don't you change who you are. You change the people that you trust and who you choose to love and be loyal to. Because unfortunately, that's why I said to you the last time, it takes one to know one, because that's why I was so excited when I heard you say that. I said, okay, he's been hurt and he's been taken advantage of. And I wish I had much sooner. But unfortunately, I had narcissistic so-called parents, and I use that word very loosely. You need to grow on that. And here's the thing, Doctor, I do a lot of research on them. I do a lot of self-help work on myself, and I have 2 therapists, and I have been hurt so bad, and so many things that I've gone through. So people may say, oh, something's wrong with her. No, if someone has a problem with what I'm about to say, then something is wrong with them. But I actually have 3 case managers that checks on me constantly, because that's how sick my so-called parents were. Because I was the kid that is their kids and the grandkids, and I helped marry. I gave up marriage so that I could make sure I took care of everyone. I raised their kids. I was the best friend.
Sacrificed a lot.
Way too much, because I wanted to be every time.
Is an idea, and you do something about it for the first time. Then, before you know it, you make your first sale. Business first, never stop going. And you have a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy, tools and support for every small business first.
Title that I had, I wanted to make sure right at night that our park. I wanted to cheer everyone on and everything, and not know that the same thing that you did, everyone that you cheer for. I came and I wanted to do it, and they always say you go the extra mile. And my sister said you can love people to death. And I thought, what did you tell? She said, because we know that you're going. I moved to the hospitals with them and had my bed right next to theirs, and didn't want if I wanted to do it to make sure that they were sanitized and scrubbed just right. I wanted to do it. I was in a hospital, having surgery after surgery. No one was there, and I was at home caring for myself. So this is why
did anything to help you.
I couldn't find and when I was literally calling them saying, I feel suicidal, they actually still. So my thing is to you. This is why I was weeping, and I say to you, I'm so glad that you're here, but you can't what you don't acknowledge. So I say to you, you say a lot of buzzwords. I want you to acknowledge what you so that this doesn't happen again. You said to the one. So you said I felt the need to give her she can move on. Was it your job? You need to forgive you for allowing yourself to trust her again. Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are the first time, not just, she said the first time, your job is to believe them.
Right.
And you said, now notice what you said, because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. You said to her, why did you stop? You the rumor. Think about what you said. If she started the rumor, why did you expect for her to stop it? So here's the thing. Your job is for you to forgive yourself for even expecting her to do something that she's not even capable of doing. She's not capable of being loyal because she started the rumor. So whose job was it to be loyal to you? Your job to be loyal to you. It's your job to be loyal to you. You cannot expect someone to you if you don't see the importance of being loyal to yourself. So here's the thing: we have to take on ownership and accountability for ourselves first. Because if you don't love within first, the external don't mean a doggone thing. So the thing is, you have to set. Here, this is what I. And you're a church girl. You mentioned I can tell from your voice that you're a church goer. You're a Bible reader. So here's the thing: when you love as you do yourself, we have to love our neighbors, do ourselves. So what does that mean? Love our neighbors as you do yourself. You have to love yourself first before you can love your neighbor.
Right.
So if you don't love yourself first, you cannot love your neighbor. So however you love yourself, that's how you're going to love your neighbor. I did it the hard way. So I was loving my neighbor as I was loving myself from an empty cup. That's why I was crippling them. Like my sister said, you love you to death. That's the reason why they couldn't do for themselves, because I was doing too much for them. I was actually like this is. Like they say, if you feed a man, if you feed them a fish, if you actually fish for them, you're not helping them. Teach them how to fish. They can live by them. You got to teach them. I wasn't teaching them, so you know what? I wasn't loving them. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, you have to do that. If you teach you, I'm telling you, you're going to help them, because the thing is, you're going to teach them how to. People will look at you and go, I can learn something from that person. Or they'll look at you and go, I can take something from that person.
Either or. You're right.
I can get over on that person. But then go, you know what? I'm going to learn from that person. I'm going to apply that to my, and you can actually help that person. Think of this. You said a whole lot of things, but what you did was and this is not to beat you up. This is actually going to help you, but others around you because it helped me.
Right.
But the thing is, when you didn't that example and teach her how to treat you, you set a fire and you set a blaze for all the other vultures to come to take from you.
Right. I didn't set no boundaries, no parameters, no expectations. She was just able to run what she wanted to do.
Yeah, and you remember I told you last time when paths like us, and not to purchase up on a pedestal, but I'm just saying, in this sense, we're like drops of blood in an ocean amongst the sharks or sharks. When you drop that blood, it's not going to be just one. It's going to be just a plethora of them that's going to come to literally destroy us. So that is what I want you to understand. When you set that standard for yourself, when you say, I'm just stopping it at the gate, that just like a bully. If you fight that one bully, all of the ones that are afraid of that bully is going to back off. And that's what I want you to understand. You have to say, you can say to her, why didn't you should have said that to them? No, your job, you don't put that responsibility on someone to actually fight for you or to set your standards for you, because they'll set them, but they're going to set them real low.
Right.
They're going to want to keep them low to stand up. Like I said, narcissists, they stand on top of dead bodies to appear to be taller because they're cowards. Ooh. They're fired. To actually say to us, the narcissist, I need for you to change. That is equivalent to tell them to stand here and grow 10 feet taller right here in front of me. That is physically impossible, humanly impossible. Narcissists don't change. They change for the worse the older they get. I'm experience from my relatives. They don't because it is a personality flaw. It is they get better. Now, if you actually go and Google the ones that are actually admitting to be narcissists, they'll just say, I chose to go and get help so that I can recognize my so that I can be able to monitor them, to help others to be able to, but they cannot change. Now I'm telling you, they can. It's not because Satan is not a narcissist. They're deceivers. Narcissists are. They can pretend to be something of deceive, but they don't know how to feel. They can pretend to feel, but they're going to always find ways to put you. So glad that you're here, but never ever expect them to treat you better or anything. Because now when people say, well, so and so said this about you, my thing is, you know what I say? I used to say, oh, okay, well, all right. Now I said, well, what did you say?
Right.
What did you say?
What did you say? What was your response?
What was your response? Well, I didn't say nothing don't bring it to me, because my thing is, you just told me what you about and what you think of me. So I put it back on them. And when they say, well, no. You just told me what you think and feel about me. So forget about them. I'm going to question you. You actually let them know, you just told me what you feel about me. So now I'm going to swipe left on you. So that's what I want you to always remember. You're such a great person. Never doubt you. Do I even almost believe you? That is laughable.
Thank you.
That is laughable. Anybody were to try to bring that to me, I promise you, what I'll say to them will go viral. I promise you it will go viral. No, because I'm very good at reading a person. You can count how many people that I follow, and I just stopped following someone. So, anyways, yeah. When I'm telling you, it won't take much for me to I'll unsubscribe in a minute, because my either have you have followers or supporters,
right?
And is whoever I ride with, I ride for. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you. I told Sherelle and Perry, I said I use this in real life. I'll say, you are messy. I learned how to be real classy because I was the person in somebody's chat, and I was on Perry's live one day, and trying to be messy with Perry, and I tend to dive in, so I have to harness myself, right? Because I did say I said about what this person said something derogatory about Perry. So I was just expressing how disgusting it was what this person said, and so I was still kind of trying to figure out where did it come from and why, whatever. Because I kind of a little bit. So I was in this over this person's life, and I was being messy in my Sherelle's voice. I was like, I'm about to be messy, but I was real kind of classy about it, and so I said hi to the person. You know, you was real chatty with such and such and such, and I said yes. I said I had to pull back and withdraw because I was still over, and I did a winky eye to let you don't even almost want it because you don't want it. You don't want it, but I did a winky eye now. Like I was on Sherelle's channel one day, I can go from Becky with the good hair to Baby with the bad bang. You don't want it. See, I'm the type of person. I tend to protect underdogs and I protect those that I rock with. So I'll go there, but I'm like, okay, okay, you on live. You don't because I don't want to on some couple of people on live. But my thing is, I just want you to know those who really support you and see you. We see you. We hear you.
Thank you.
But I just had to come here. I'm done snotting. I'm glad I got this off my chest, you know.
Yes, but and you said better too. I'm happy.
I was like, I got to get it up because I won't sleep. I got to get this off my chest. But I just want you to know that we riding with you, okay? And I'm so sorry. I just say that collectively for whoever is not going to come up here. We really are sorry that you had to go through no idea. And when I say I don't be knowing what's going on in the streets, that's an understatement. Because I try to stay out the mess, but unfortunately, these people are not going to change. Just consider the source and just be real. I read from the baseboards to the basement. I read the room, you know, completely.
Right, you have to.
You have to. And friendships. Friends mean you a friend sticks closer than the brother, and they're in times of hardship. And if they don't do that, don't rock with them. Don't rock with them.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and because I'll start crying again. Let me go ahead.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everybody loves the chat. Like they sending you so much love. Thank you
so much. Okay, but it's all about you. But I'm gonna get back down here. But we rock with you. Okay, so
okay, I love you, Sunkiss. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. All right, let me go ahead and let Aunt Stefanie, one of our favorite cousins. I love Sunkiss. Like. Oh man, her energy is just so positive and so good. Needed. Like I felt better. And I was expecting way too much out of these people. That was my problem. What's up, Stefanie? How you doing? Hello. Oh no, it's low.
How about now?
Oh, okay, you sound better. There we go.
Okay, cool. So. I'm glad you're going over this again because I think people, you know, every once in a while, like things spring back out. You need to put it to bed. You need to put the law down. You know, right. And I just want to go over. I just want to say a couple of things that are really striking me about this whole situation.
And don't hold back either. You can go in. I don't care at this point.
Well, yeah, I'm going to terrorize what I need to terrorize. And I can really terrorize because Miss DYS says, I don't care. I don't care what she says about me. I don't care. Jimmy Crackcourt, I don't care. She is a dirty cop. She is a dirty cop. She is a corrupt cop. And I really, really doubt her credibility. And I hope to the Lord above that she's never had to testify in a case where she's made an arrest or she's otherwise a witness. And she apparently doesn't care if she lies or tells the truth. She apparently really don't care. I really hope she's never had to testify against somebody where she was involved in a case, because oftentimes if you're a police officer involved in a case, you've got to come to court and testify against that person. And I really, really hope she's never had to, because apparently she don't care. So
she doesn't, and that's scary because she is supposed to be a cop, you know, and so you think she would uphold the law and
exactly.
What she's the problem to our justice. She's the. If you want to know why it's so effed up, it's because people like her.
Yeah, she's doing this in her personal life. Don't dare tell me that she's not willing to do it in her professional life. Don't dare tell me. And I also want to say, this is not the first time. She has a live that she privated where she intimidated people with indictments because they said bad things about her as a federal agent, federal employee, whatever she wanted to say, federal law. But she privated that live. I wish I had a recording of it. I recorded it because she committed several offenses in that live, herself. And that's right. That period she did. I watched her do it. And, and so, but she was targeting you again for the first, I think that was even before the show was the first time. I'm sorry, if anybody's, done something criminalized under the law, it's her.
I forgot because Stefanie, remember she was gonna use that. Okay, so when January 6th happened, we're gonna mix this in with politics. When January 6th happened, they had created a law where if you attack the federal with some act or something, so she was going to use it against me and say that I was verbally attacking her and try to jail. I forgot about that crazy shit.
Yeah, she did a live where she picked up her phone at one point and said texted her, and she was behind her all the way. That's official oppression, ma'am. That's dirty, ma'am. And I've ever since. I'm your Serpico, ma'am. And I'm never going to listen to that. Never. Because it was official oppression. And I just don't ever. I'm not boomeranging into anything, Jazz. I'm sorry. That's not how it's going. Because we have to talk about how she is unwilling.
We're talking about Denisha.
Miss said.
Yeah, because you said Miss said. So she was like, who are we talking about?
And it's just that we have to remember who we're dealing with here, a stone cold liar, and somebody who's willing to use her position to intimidate people. And to even begin with, she started that whole thing out with a lie because they didn't change the law after January 6th. No, they did not. No, they did not.
Okay, so that was a lie too.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, she's a mandated reporter, so if she's seen something, she should have said something. Now wait 6 or 7, put it on YouTube.
Right.
That's another thing. And then I don't know where this room. I personally didn't hear. I didn't watch any of this shit. I'll tell you that. The only time I've ever heard about this shit is from you because I didn't give these people the click or the view. And
right. Thank you for that.
But anybody out there say they have a video of this stuff, which they don't. Say there's out here this video of this, right? Did Miss Diary say she had a video of this or some shit?
No, Sherry's Diaries did not say it was high.
Okay. Heidi's committing a crime. If that's true, that's possession of child Sam actual excuse material. And
I just realized during this time when everybody heard about this rumor, these people were supposed to be my friend. Why did they tell me about this before October 20? And if y'all knew way back in the summer, you guys are some horrible friends and deserve to burn in hell. But keep going, Stefanie.
And yes,
they're horrible people.
They are.
I realize that shit. They're horrible.
But they blew their own credibility. They blew their own credibility when they started to admit they didn't report, which they needed to report, in which they admitted that they have videos that it's illegal to possess. It's just as illegal for them to have that video as it would be you.
Right. And you know what the crazy part is? It was actually, shout out to Just Curious, she's my moderator. She actually was all like, AT2, you know, things like talking about the corn thing, right?
Yeah.
She's like, people don't have videos like that. This is like on a dark web and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, like it's like, because I never cared to even look into it.
Right.
But like it's like something in a dark web, and like it's all mastered and planned out, and it's so extensive. So you know,
it's usually done through networking for people who are looking for it. They have to find someone else who knows where it is. It's peer-to-peer sharing type stuff. I only know that because I'm a lawyer, and you know we have to deal with these when people are charged with this stuff. And you know, and I hope that, you know, Scientist is right. I hope for your own sake and for your own mental health that, you know, because these people are jealous of you. They are jealous of you as all hell are, because you got it and they don't.
Thank
You're
you.
not.
Thank you.
You know, and I really hate that we're in a culture where a lot of men, well, a lot of people put men into two categories. They're either abusers or about to be abusers. So when things are said about them, it's like, well, it must be true, you know, because I've no past type stuff, you know, and it's like, no, it's all opposite. Most men are not abusers. And we need to start getting the benefit of the doubt.
Right, because I was guilty before I even said anything. Nobody even, I was all like, just care to hear my side of the story. Like, I was already guilty. Everybody gave their opinion before I even said anything.
Exactly. And, you know, I think, you know, finally, I want to just say that I think we're in a culture of treating allegations like this that involve actual excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, you know,
I noticed the way you said it. 7-year-old a goose, yeah.
Yeah, actual, excuse, yeah. You know, so I think we often are in a position where we treat it as a rumor that's entertaining.
It is entertainment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that culture is you know, has been fostered by things like Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, and these things where we're literally consuming this stuff in our spare time. That's sort of making us to where, like, we're hot on these stories in the hopes that they're true, because otherwise, like, it's not as entertaining if they're not. If they turn out to be not true, and the people who've used them as content want them to be true. They look like, you know, they've made mistakes, and they look like they've blown their credibility, which they already did by putting it out there.
Right.
And, you know, and I think we need to be in a world, in a culture where we hope it's not true, because if you really care about children, you need to accept it's not true. Because, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, if you want it to be true, don't dare tell me you care about women and children. Because you want it to be true, you are hoping there are victims out there just because you want to hate the person who's accused. And you need to hope that it's not true. You know, that it's not, I'm using double negative there, which that we need to hope that it is not true for the sake of the people who who are allegedly been victimized, because it's better for it to be a lie, there to be actual victims.
Right. And the crazy part is, add on to what you're saying, is that there was no proof, there was no video, there was no victims, there was no, like, you know, it's crazy that people try to make something out of literally nothing. And whenever somebody hates me or they get mad at me, they want to use this. Even people that weren't even connected to the situation, like, and we're saying names, so Stefanie, cover your ears. But there was a situation with Gio recently, and Gio had said, and it did bother me. He was like, "Oh, T2, when John was spreading that rumor about you, you was over there crying like, ooh," and I was like, "Oh wow, he went there," you know. And a lot of people will do that, and like, here we go, and like I always have to, because in real life, I would handle situations a lot differently.
Right,
but
sure.
Because it's the internet, I have to be like, okay, well, you know, I'm happy-go-lucky. Like, I wish I would have started on my channel, like, cussing people out, like, yelling at people like that. So,
Portugal to your trip. Book a Portugal stopover.
So when I do those things, people will be like, "This is out of character," you know.
Right.
But that's not who I am. I'm not an angry person or anything like that in real life. So you know.
No, you got cousins for that.
Right.
Your cousins can be angry for you, you know. But I just, you know, I just want to say, like, you know, there are people who they thrive off this. They need it. You don't, and that makes you a star. That makes you a star. You could entertain. You could put on a show. They can't. They need people, and why? You know, that's a whole nother topic.
Right, and why do they think they're better than beef sector when they? I mean, let me put it to the chat too, and I'll let you answer. But like, you know, there's so many people who are like, "Oh, I'm a sector," but the shit that I've seen them do is probably worse than what I've seen in the beef sector. What are your thoughts on that, Stefanie?
Nobody on this earth is all that much better than anybody, except maybe like the most extreme examples of you know, people. We're all about the same. We're all about as you know, potential. You know, we all have a potential of doing things, you know, are offensive to others or, you know, hurt people, right? And so anybody should be out here saying, especially people who've done this kind of behavior, no, you ain't better than nobody. Sector, church sector, scientific sector, you know, white Protestant sector, you're not better than anybody. Not anybody.
Right.
Yeah. And I just, like, that's some real you know, ego stroking stuff, like, wow, beef sector. Well, you might, you know, and they probably wouldn't have you after this stuff. The beef sector probably wouldn't have you if you pulled this kind of stuff in the beef sector.
Right. The beef sector would destroy you. Y'all do not want to mess with them. But for example, and I'll give y'all a clear example, the shit that's Mary Reed, granted, you know, there is victim, you know, that's here nor there. Like I said, it needs to be handled in court. Everyone doing videos back to back on the same thing, same situation. That's very beef sector-ish. They pick one topic and they pick it apart for weeks and weeks at a time. That's very beef sector-ish, you know?
Yeah, and I'm afraid that has, again, another example that's become entertainment because it's fired out of control, right? Because, like, you know, it was about Larry Lee, but it became about Tasha K. It became about, you know, Storm. It became about Z. You know, and now these other people who were covering it, you know, who are not the first to cover it, but, you know, they turned this a news story, quote unquote. You know, now they became personalities in the story. And so it's just getting more and more salacious and more salacious, you know, and it's just like, we need to stop licking our lips over people who, you know, if it's a lie or not, like, about potentially somebody being hurt.
Right. If you care about the victim, get the victim some resources or something.
Yeah, and it's not about you, you know, it's not about you and getting your chops up and, you know, being the first to break a story. It's about them. And I don't know that, you know, if let's say this was true. Let's say they thought this was true about you.
Mm-hmm.
Did they handle it right at all?
Obviously not.
No, they really didn't. why is it on them to explain themselves?
Oh, and that brings up a great point, Stephanie, because I did mention this. I said, people said, oh, yeah, I called the cops or I called the FBI. Now, if they did, I sort of told them, like, so do you have any of this? Like, was this hearsay? How do you know this for a fact? They're going to ask questions where you heard this from, how you get this information. And then one, you gave them everything. They'll be like, okay, well, thank you for calling. And that would have been it. Because once they found out that it was some rumor that you heard from some YouTuber, they're going to look at you like, are you stupid?
Right. And if they
so
had
that's what they're not telling you about when they say, oh, yeah, I called the cops.
Yeah. And then also, like, this is sort of a side issue, but anybody who thinks go down to your local FBI office and hand them your laptop and say, hey, can you scan this real quick and so I can tell YouTube that there's nothing on it? They would let out of that office so fast. I tell you, get the hell out of here. We got real crimes to investigate. We're not here, to give you a clean house on your laptop. No, we didn't find anything. That's not. They don't do that. They don't do that. No law enforcement in the world would just scan your laptop so you could tell YouTube that there's nothing on there.
Right. Exactly.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I can tell you, that is not how this works. That's not how this works. No.
Right, but these people are regurgitating this shit like they know the law, and I'm all like, how are you guys listening to this? And then I hate to take it dark because I never want to compare myself to these people because people have actually lives, but just thinking like these people were trying to call the police on an black man,
right?
In hopes that he would go. That could be catastrophic if the police were to kick down my door and something. Like, what would be the story then? Because y'all would have definitely found out like this was a false rumor and everything. Like, how would they would have cared if something would have happened to me? Granted, I hate saying it like that, but I don't think they would have cared. It would have been a hot story to talk about if something happened to me. The police kicked me down my door, I got shot, or ended up not living on it. Yeah.
Or if they did care, that makes them even more slimy.
Right.
Yeah, because everybody cares after. They love you at death and not in life. You know what I mean? Like that's how people work. Your enemies don't want to admit they did. And so I'll hop off, but I mean, dude, like. Cause it's just that I'm glad you didn't quit YouTube. I really am. I'm glad you didn't quit YouTube because we all look forward to this. We all look forward to this, and this is positive. Like listen, happened here. We didn't. I mean, we dragged them a little bit, but we dragged them based on facts.
Right, dragged them based on facts.
And we dragged behavior here. Just say, da-da-da, and certain things that did not get mentioned that could have, because we try to keep this in a positive environment. And, and I just think that, like, if you can't do any audience except slam and slander and insult and, cause other people pain, then you ain't got it. You got it. And you
right.
You ain't got it.
If you have to try to destroy someone's life just for somebody else's entertainment, you ain't got it.
You ain't got it. I don't really particularly care if they're on YouTube or not, but if you're watching that stuff, what is your life like?
That's true.
And how's it? What is it making your brain like? And is it contributing to your health, your progress in life? Is it, that you're so full of venom that you can do something, and it's just, I don't get the draw. I don't get the attraction to it.
You know what? I forgot. Question for you. Do you feel like I stole your money and went to go get crab legs instead of getting a lawyer?
I don't care if you. I hope you did eat crab legs. Eat crab legs. Eat all the crab legs you want to eat, cuz.
Right, I forgot to mention that a lot of people didn't know when I said, "God, it's because that's what P said about me. She said I stole everybody's money. Instead of getting a lawyer, I was at the casino eating crab legs. That was the joke. For those of you who didn't understand it, and I want to say thank you to Cash App and so we play the commercial for y'all.
God, how gonna get him a lawyer? Instead, he was at the buffet, crab legs, sucking on crab. He was cracking them crab legs and sucking on them and eating them. Girl, he didn't go get him a lawyer. He was at the buffet eating the crab legs. Girl, ooh, girl, you know I got him kids, girl.
I just want to say, if anybody says that if you want to be involved in a class action, you need to Cash App them. I'm at a bridge in Brooklyn. I can sell you, and call me, and we'll make a deal on the bridge, because that is how it works. That's not how it works. You don't pay to be in a class action, and you might actually pay for something else if you are trying to get in that class action suit by giving them money. And I'm just saying that as a warning to the people. The people, just as a warning to the people, this ain't about who's doing it. This is about it's being targeted at. And don't send money because you don't have to pay to be in a class action. You ain't got to pay. So
I didn't even think about that, Stefanie, but you don't. You just get a mail some part of a
That's right. They pay the way around.
Oh shit! I just realized.
The class.
She's taking those people money and eating some crab legs.
I don't know what she's doing. Are they whoever stuff like that? I don't know what they're doing with it, but no, because there are people who are end up in a certain class of people. Like you said, you get a letter in the mail because you don't even know you're in the class. They don't ask money for the money because a lot of times class action know it.
Right.
And you didn't have to contribute to the legal fees because you don't even know you're in the class. So that works.
Stefanie, I wasn't even gonna go there with that, but
I'm just saying,
What? Here's my thing. Shit, you already went there, so why not? Why do you need a class action lawsuit against a crackhead? Like, they're gonna look like, wait, so you want to get a class action lawsuit against a crackhead? Like, what? Like, you ain't gonna get whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not your crackhead. I'm sorry.
If somebody walked into my office, let's say I did class actions, I did criminal defense. So let's just say I could just imagine my friends who went to law school that are doing that kind of stuff now, the big law firms and stuff. I wouldn't even imagine the look on their if somebody came in and said, we want to. Miss Reed.
Okay,
right.
thank you, Miss Reed.
Right. The lawyer said that. That's all I'm saying. The lawyer said that. So, and the lawyer is correct, if I had to guess, because no lawyer in their right mind would take that case. I can't even imagine. Okay, I gotta go. I love you, cuz. Love all chat. I go. Bye.
All right, bye, Stefanie. Have a good one. Oh, God, I wasn't even... See, Stefanie gonna touch something I wasn't even gonna touch, but hell, I'm glad she put it out there. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Some people are okay. So, I get it. So the lawyer is something different, and then the class action suit is supposed to be for you two. Okay, I got it. I get it. Thank you guys for clarifying. Yeah, because I was all like, action lawsuit for a crackhead? Like, what? Like, trees is it? Like, what kind of money are we gonna get out of a crackhead? I was so confused, but okay, thank you guys. Oh, it's 11:11. Make a wish, you guys. Okay, I made my wish. All right, y'all. It's been a great show. I want to say shout out to Sunkiss. Shout out to Stefanie, our cousin. Shout out to everybody in the chat, from my mods for holding it down. Hopefully it wasn't too crazy. I blocked one person. It was like a weirdo. But hopefully it wasn't too crazy from mods. Mina, Just Curious, Vegas, thank you. I love y'all. Excuse me. Shout out to everybody just for holding me down, and the super chats, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Thank you guys. It's so weird because I set up the show for 9:15 my time, and I was going to cancel it. I want to revisit this, but I'm so happy that I was able to tell this story. It was therapeutic for me because I think a lot of people didn't know all the characters and all A's and how everybody are kind of intertwined with each other. And so now that I put it out there, you guys know about it, and I can let it go. And so hopefully, I'm not going to say tomorrow they're going to, they're going to stop or be better people. I said my piece. If they want to continue it, they definitely can. It's on for me, my piece, and I can let it go, and now I can move on with my life, and that's what the most important part is. I did do a video earlier, you guys. So make sure you guys check out that live from earlier. It didn't send out notifications until I was 15 minutes already into the video. So crazy. YouTube hates me. I swear they hate me. But anyway, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get the hell up out of here. But thank you. Love, peace, chicken grease. I love every single one of y'all. But we out. Hold on. Let me do some Black history. Hold on. Let's listen to Nina Simone for a minute.
I think what you're trying to ask is, why am I so insistent upon out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture. I think that's what you're asking. I have no choice over it. In the first place, to me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world. Black people. I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. And to me, we have a culture that is by no other civilization, but we don't know anything about it. So again, I think I've said this before in the same interview. I think at some time before, my job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves.
Pew pew.
Mm.